We got this lovely book yesterday in Portsmouth from Pauline, and it's all about the history of the Mary Rose, which was a sailing ship. So listen, what are we talking about? We're talking about the history of the come on, this is just practice. You need to sit up a bit. Come on. A. R. Good. M-A-R. Y. Just realised I'm sat on the wrong side of you, aren't I? Swap places. Works better if I sit on your right, doesn't it? So we did M-A-R-Y R-O-S. Finish the word. Go for the E. Come on. So we're talking about the Mary, R-O-S-E, the Mary Rose. Now listen. The story of the Mary Rose begins when Henry VIII ordered her to be built 500 years ago in Tudor times. Thank you. That's all right, we'll leave that and fix it later.
Okay.
Now then, which king was it that ordered her to be built? It was H-E-N-R-Y. Henry the... Henry the Eighth, yes, in Tudor times. Now listen, when Henry became king in 1509, everyone thought he was the best looking ruler in Europe. Henry thought so too. He was clever, sporty and loved expensive clothes. And he was mad about ships, forts and really big guns. So everyone thought that Henry was what? Oh, sorry. Henry was G-O...
Yeah.
G-O-O-D. Excuse me, that's rough on my finger. You are. Have a little chew on sit back in the chair. A bit comfortable. They thought he was G-O-O. G-O-O. Move your elbow. Good. L. Up. L. Okay, good. Keep it going. G, good looking. What did he really like? What did he really like? He really liked S-H-I-P. Ships and G. You really liked. No. Really like ships and G-U-G-U-N-S. Yeah. Right then. Sit. Turn that one off, please. Turn the volume off, please. Okay, sit down there. Okay, so, and look, there's a picture of Henry when he became. Look at the picture. Look, there's a picture of Henry when he became king, and he was only 18 years old. That's 1 year older than Catherine is now. Imagine that. 500 years ago, France, Spain, and the Holy Roman Empire were much more powerful than England. But from his father, Henry VII, Henry inherited a well-run country and lots of money. His father also left him 5 warships, more than the French and Spanish kings had. How many warships did his father leave him? 5, yes. What about Henry's hopes? No, come and sit down. We said we'd do this first. Henry had 2 great ambitions. He wanted sons to rule after him, to make sure that the Tudors stayed in power. That was his first ambition. Second ambition was that he wanted to be king of kings in Europe, and he was particularly keen for victory over his great rival, the French king. So his 2 ambitions. First was that he wanted to have S. Yes, he wanted to have sons to rule after him, so that what? So that who stayed in power? So that the so that the Tudors stayed in power. That was his first ambition. Sit down. And his second ambition was to be no grabbing with that arm. It was to be king. King. King or O. No, A is not going to make sense. Go for the F. Go for the F. Of. Christopher, let go of my neck. Okay, so let me write down what the key things are we've said so far. He wanted to have sons so that the Tudors stayed in power. Yeah, 2 ambitions. And the second ambition was he wanted to be king of K-A-I K-I-N K-I-N-G Come on, we said we were going to do this, didn't we? We will do it. King of K-I-N-G 1 hour. King of Kings were in I. No. Okay. I-N-E Now, 8 months after coming to the throne, Henry started to build up his navy. He rebuilt his old ship, bought others second hand, and ordered, come and sit down, and ordered 2 new warships, the Mary Rose and a smaller one. Listen to the name of this one, a smaller ship called the Peter Pomegranate. Yeah. Oh, you've got another 5, yes.
Oh, I know.
Right. So, so he ordered 2 new warships to be built. One was the Mary Rose, and the other one was the... Oh, what was it called? A really funny name. P-E...
One.
Finish this. T-E... R... Peter. Yeah, Peter. Peter what? Peter... P... O-M-E... Come on, go for the G. G, yes. Good, you did that. R. Look for the A. Look for the A. A. N. I. And a T. T. E. Yeah. The Peter. No, I say when it's time to finish, not you.
Yeah.
Now, did you know that Henry's brother-in-law was James the Fourth of Scotland? And when Henry heard that James was building a huge new warship, Christopher, come and sit down with me, and we're going to do this book on the history of the Mary Rose. That's what we're doing, alright? Without you being rough with me, okay? So let go of my neck like that before you hurt me. Okay? Now then. So I was telling you that Henry's brother-in-law was James IV of Scotland. Henry heard that James was building a huge new warship with enormous guns. He decided that his ships and guns would be bigger and better. There's no need to grab me. So his brother-in-law was what? Called J. Good?
Oh, I know.
Good?
Oh, I know.
J.
Oh, I know. Okay. Fair.
We're not talking about 5, we're talking about Henry's brother-in-law. A. M. E. James the... Oh, do it in Roman numerals. James the... 1... James the 4th of... What country? What country? S. Good. This is just practice. C. Oh, good. You did really good. Oh, you're getting there now. Getting much more accurate. Do it. T. L. Come on. There. A. A. I know the answer. A.
Yeah. One.
2 letters left in this word. N. D. N. Up. D. Before Tudor times, English ships were built with overlapping planks. gun ports couldn't be cut easily into the hull and made watertight. These ships could only carry guns on the upper decks, which made them top heavy and easy to capsize. Right. So before Tudor times, the English ships were built with
One.
overlapping.
One.
Yes.
One.
Overlapping. We're talking about this, not one. Overlapping. P L P L A N K S, and that caused a problem. Why? What was the problem with the overlapping planks? Problem was what? C U T T cutting the holes for the guns and the guns on the top. Now the Mary Rose was designed by the best shipwrights and it was built in the Royal Dockyard at Portsmouth. The hull was made with planks that butted together to give a smooth outline. That's very rude. Mind your manners. That's very rude when I'm in the middle of a sentence, getting up and pulling my arm. That's no way for a 14-year-old boy to behave. Okay? Come on now, listen. Gun ports were cut into the hull and closed with watertight lids. Now the Mary Rose could carry extra guns on the lower decks. Alright? So how was the hull made on the Mary Rose? The planks were, what did they call it? They called it B, U, that's better manners.
One.
Better manners. We're not talking about one, we're talking about the Mary Rose. T, T, E, D. Yes, so they were butted together so that they could cut the gun ports into the hull and keep them closed with watertight lids. Now watch your manners, please. Building a warship required many different skilled craftsmen, from sawers to sailmakers to riggers to rope makers. Thousands of wooden pegs were used to hold the ship together. They were all made by hand. And many other people, such as butchers and brewers, were needed to feed the craftsmen. Roads and quays were built to bring in all the materials, and Portsmouth became a very busy town. I wonder if you were alive when they were building the Mary Rose and you were part of the team that were building her, what sort of job would you like to have? Would you like to have done? What do you think?
One.
We're talking about the Mary Rose still and your job. What job would you like to have had in I W O U. Good. L. I would. I would. I would. H. A. I would. What would you have done? I would. H. A. V. E. I would have. I would have. Mind your manners. Mind your manners. I would have. B. E. E. I would have been. A. What would you have been? An L? Would you want the L? Yes or no? Yes? Okay, I would have been an L. I. G. L-I-G-F's not going to make sense. Okay? L-I-G-F. Well, you come and just concentrate and do this. You're thinking about other things. How are you going to concentrate on getting your words out? Alright? There. So, one thing at a time. I would have been a what? N. O. S. Nos. And nos doesn't make sense at all. You can do this. Come and sit down with me and let's finish it. Alright, you can have that as it helps you. Okay, so the job that you would have had on the Mary Rose, I would have been a what? O. I. You see, that's a modern ship that you're looking at there, hovercraft. I would have been an O. I. L. E. R. Oiler. And I suppose maybe they had to, I don't know, what would being an oiler have involved then? Would have been doing an oiler. What would that have been? What would that have involved? Tell me more. Tell me more. Being an oiler would involve. Doing really good. Being an oiler would have involved M-A-K-I-N-G, making. S-U-R-E-T-H-E. Making sure the W-A. Keep it going, you're doing really well there. W-A. Hold that hand because you were doing better last time. T. T E R T I G H T. Oh, I see. Making sure that the ship was watertight. Ah. I think there probably was a job involved in doing that. Probably putting oil on the wood and stuff. It says here that the Mary Rose was built mainly of oak because oak is very strong and doesn't rot easily. And they chose the best oaks from forests in southern England. They also used elm to make the spine of the ship that runs along the bottom because that lasts a long time in salt water. All the timber was sawn and shaped using hand tools. Okay. Alright, so we'll carry on with this.